Hello and welcome to Candlepins for Cancer, live from Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire, raising money for bowlers and families against the cost of this terrible disease. Donate or take part by going to candlepins4cancer.com. Introducing the stars of our semifinal ladder matchup. Our previous winner with a qualifying score of 630, Tim Douglas, and our number 2 seed with a qualifying score of 639, Joey Lister. And now your hosts, Paul Grant and Mike Morin.
Thank you, Greg. Welcome to those watching on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Free to subscribe. And also welcome to those watching later on the WON Sports Television Network. Thank you, Jonathan Rios, putting us on 37 television markets across the country. Welcome back, President's Cup winner and 20,000 decades on the radio, Mike Morin.
Wait a minute. All those things I did in my young 52 years?
You're only 16.
I know. Hey, it's good to be back. It was fun watching Tim bowl on the last match against Dean Sullivan because despite a few issues with single pins, all of a sudden he nailed them all, and the crowd got on him for that. So, but he's got thick skin. Let's find out. Come on over and say hello. Hey, how are you, man? Congratulations on the last win.
Thank you very much.
And, you know, I guess I forgot this, but you won the Easter Sunday Classic in, what, 23, right?
Yeah, 23.
So what's it like as far as, I mean, you're young. You're 27, right? So you're at 24.
I was 25. I was 25.
So what's it like? I mean, is there a point when you just kind of rock back and forth, or does the adrenaline kick in?
The adrenaline kicks in, and then you just keep going. And I needed to get a spare and AFL, and I had a split, and then got a spare, and yeah.
So how nervous were you when it was that close at the end?
Oh, I was so nervous, but the winning was good. I enjoyed it.
Sure. Well, you are off to a good start today. It's very good to have you back, and good luck in the next match.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in the freight train, Joey Lister. Where'd you get the nickname from, Joey?
Some guy, no idea. This guy right here.
3 Pro Series titles. You're bowling really well. You always step up in these big games, big moments, it seems like.
Yeah, I like the pressure. I like bowling against good bowlers. And today I guess I got to bowl Tim. I don't know.
How do you handle the pressure, the tense, the drama? How do you handle that when you blow and there's a lot on your shoulders, obviously? How do you go? What's your mindset going in? How do you stay so mentally tough?
So honestly, I don't turn around. I just look at the pins the whole time, throw a mark, stare at the pins that are down, reset, throw another ball.
All right, good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, Greg.
Thank you very much. If this happens to be your first time watching Candlepin Bowling, a very special welcome to you. We play with 3 small balls per frame rather than 2, and in Candlepin alone, any pins dropped on the plate stay on the plate and can be used as live wood. Hello to everybody watching on Candlepin Bowling Network and across the WON Sports Television Network. Thank you, Jonathan Rios, for broadcasting our show Candlepins for Cancer in 37 local syndicated markets. Paul Grant and Mike Morin alongside me on the call. I'm Greg Guyar, and we are here to see whether Tim Douglas will go back-to-back or whether yet again the high seed will prevail as Joey Lister looks to make that a reality.
Please donate at Candlepins number 4cancer.com on your screen. $85,000 now paid out, about $10,000 this year alone in 2025. Go to Candlepins number 4cancer.com as listed on your screen. Donations via Venmo if you want to send a check. The address on the website, Candlepins number 4cancer.com. You can also sign up for rolloffs, the upcoming 9-pin Abington rolloffs in Abington, Massachusetts, Webster Timber Lanes. Late May, mid-June. Candlepins number 4cancer.com. The ladies 220 doubles event, September 6th. Underway. First of 3 strings, the semifinals. Number 1 seed Shaun Shattuck, 647 qualifier, bowls the winner of this match.
Has he been on the show yet?
First one.
This is his first one, huh?
Nor any Candlepin Bowling Network broadcast, apart from, of course, the roll-offs in which he qualified.
And he just got his Oreo Cakester lead, the Oreo cookie. Now the updated Oreo Cakester. Mike Morin's dying to open that package open.
I am dying, but I don't want to do it while we're working.
A tough 4.
How long of a break do we have till we do the next?
You can talk to your mouth full. It's okay. It's no rude.
Please also crinkle the package as close as possible to the microphone.
I won't do that. I make enough noise.
Help yourself.
I'll wait till – I don't like to eat when I work.
I'm not one to talk about technical aspects. My camera malfunctioned right before air, so we don't have the front cam, sadly. But lots of other
Look
angles.
At this. Wow, cruel start. A 4-box, now a spread eagle
Dean
plus
Sullivan is saying, where was that the last match?
Douglas made an outrageous 10 box out of a leaf similar to this, if not identical. Pins do come forwards.
Didn't quite get that perfect game last match. Perfect string. Would have got $100 if we did so.
Yeah, well, minimal amount of money he can win now, 600.
Nice 10 off the Eagle Plus. 14 through 2 in the first of 3. Greg, talk about the bonus money if you can to our viewers.
The full list of bonus money is available by pulling down the YouTube or Facebook description if you're watching on Candlepin Bowling Network. But the highlights, $25 to the winner of each string, $50 the classic 3 marks in a row, and strike challenge at the end for $100. And triple strike, which Tim thinks he's going to hit at some point, is worth $300.
He told us he could get 4 last night, he told me. I said, if you don't, you got to put extra money in the donation bucket. He agreed.
3, 4, 6, 7.
Pin doesn't carry. Slow start. He won last match 351 to 293 over the 5th seed Dean Sullivan. Dean won the first match 354 326 on the 4th seed Mike Celona on Kentucky Derby Day.
So is he a big horse race fan?
Mike Celona is, yeah. Tim 22 through 3 after the 8 box.
Of course, the racetrack near his house is closed down now. That must really bother him, huh?
You got to you got to do it live Oreo cakes to review. We don't have the front-facing camera, Mike, to watch it. Don't worry about it.
No. I want to enjoy it in a corner by myself with nobody bothering me.
Make like a tree and leave.
And by the way, there is a Cumberland Farms. I just bought gas there, so I'm going to go back and get some milk.
I go to BJ's. It's like $2.48 a gallon right
There's
now.
no BJ's in Concord, I don't think. Or maybe there is. I don't know.
1-9-10. He will get it.
That's beautiful.
32 and a ball through 4. Sigh of relief.
That 10-pin sure took its sweet time.
It
but
did.
We take another look here, and the wood does eventually. It was, wow. It seemed like it twirled backwards into the head pin almost. That was a wild rev rate on 1, and then almost nothing on the 10-pin, but just enough.
Douglas on the bonus. Finds the pocket, slips 7. Left to right, 2, 5, 10. Spare 7. 39 through 4. Nice bounce back after that 4-box start.
We mentioned the difficulty of candlepin leaves relative to 10-pin, but this is on another level. 4 splits.
Missed the entree pin to 2. Wood rolls over. Not close enough.
Gets stopped up by another, if anything.
123 current average, 131 its best season ending average. Doinks it, spins around out of bounds for a 9 and a 48 half.
His ball is so powerful, he nearly propelled that into lane 7.
Ah.
Up.
Now entering North Station, the freight train, Joey Lister on track number 5.
I'm sure these two bowlers have faced each other many, many times, being from the same area.
Joey has 3 Pro Series titles. Family got him involved in 1993 out of Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire. Tim Lickey's Hall of Fame house, I call it.
And a newlywed.
Who's a newlywed?
Lister. Joey is.
Oh, I'm thinking, no, Timmy's married. Wendy.
We have Courtney here in attendance. Hooks the ball left. And he gets a drop of 5.5. Make it 6. The fractions rounded up.
Sounds like an auction going on over here.
I got a bid of 20, making 30, looking for 40.
I can't do it either.
Well, you can do it, but it just doesn't. It's gibberish.
6, 9, 10, 7 left. See if we can give it a ride.
Good bid, Gregory.
Using the wood. Not much to show for that one. So he gets a 4 box. He already gained already. 119 current bowler, 121 his peak average. He gets an Oreo Cakester shot there. Update from the Oreo Cookie. A 7 to 4. Funny game.
Quite a few triangles we've seen popped like that, just on the head pin. Ball can pass through the gaps.
Lister spins in the pocket. He gets another triangle. What are you saying, Greg, about triangles?
Well, here we go again. At least he's got wood to the side. Joey Lister, also a mixed international champion like Mike Celona most recently is. With one of Bud Light's something 2.0, I think
2.0, yeah. 5 middle, 8 left, 9 right. Wood in front. Will he go around it? Will he tap it? He goes around it, missed right, knew right away.
He may not have been convinced that wood was covering all the pins. I think the red line may be too liable to only take out the 8. It's hard to tell.
Lister takes a 10, 17 through 2 in the first of 3, up a field goal. Mike.
And that would have probably taken down the spare, but he went too far to the right.
I was wrong.
He has won the 2022 singles eliminations, double knockout with Hall of Famer Craig Holbrook. I can't believe all the people that have partnered with Craig Holbrook. Not only a great bowler, but what a fun guy to be around. Faye Sawyer is Craig Holbrook is her doubles partner in the mixed worlds,
yes.
and that's coming up very soon. I think she won it the first year that she bowled with him of the
Mixed Internationals in Augusta, Maine. She won twice last year.
Exactly.
She had a big 1-9. She struggled, and she had a 119 final.
So I said, so who was luckier for who? I mean, were you the good luck charm, or was he the good luck charm? And she very humbly said, no, it was Craig.
But she had a 119 finish. He had like a 137. It's on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube. Lister at 10, 25 through 3, up 3 still.
Faye is here today keeping score for the bowlers and for the people that are here assembling. And we had a nice crowd of people come in enjoying the fun. They have a lounge here. If you want to get an adult beverage, you can do that here at Boutwell's.
Full bar.
One of the surviving bowling centers, and what a beautiful job they do keeping this place looking great.
Andy Dallas, the owner, and my 3 sons, you could say.
How long have they
no
had
Fred
it?
McMurray. I was going to say 2015. About 10 years
Okay.
here. He used to own Dallas Pizza. They're Dallas with an E, D-E-L-L-A-S, pronounced Dallas.
Right, and that's
with
their
an E,
building.
Dallas. Yeah, they
next door,
sold
right?
it. They sold it last year or 2.
Oh, okay.
So now it's a different name. It used to be called Dallas Pizza, owned by the Dallas family. Go figure.
This is one of those places that has the custom carpeting on the walls, with in this particular case the name Boutwell's. And over above lane 12 is the Old Man of the Mountain logo.
Like Big 20 does the same thing. The carpeted Big 20 does in Scarborough, Maine. 9 in the last box, 34 through 4, drops 9.
Then, of course, you look over above lane 1 is a Concord coach, because this is where they were made, in Concord back in the 1800s.
Back when you were born.
Back when I was born, sure.
Spare on the board, 44 in a ball.
I got my learner's permit driving one of those things.
He's down 4 with 5 fill to take the lead in the Tornado. Tim Douglas.
Yep, 48 to 44. So just an explanation of that plus minus. It's currently minus because they're leaving more pins on the plate than on bonus pins. So Douglas is currently 2 below a pace of 10 a box, and Lister is 6 below a pace of 10 a box. But that'll go up when he fills.
Yeah, kind of a way of keeping track of marks.
Especially as we do 5 boxes at a time, it may be tough to tell. That's another way to tell who's truly ahead.
Mm-hmm. And we heard him was that 4 box to start, but he came back with a spare 7 in the 4th. 1, 3, 6 to 9 is behind the 3.
Neither of these bowlers getting hot yet. That was a beautiful
This one
shot.
now, off the wall, spare.
The
Wall
3
ball
took
spare.
3 took the 6 off.
58 in the ball through 6 in the first of 3.
I don't believe every region of the United States calls it wall ball. I'm not certain about that, though.
That's something I make up along the way.
Massachusetts, absolutely, where Paul and I are from.
Douglas in the bonus finds the pocket, but look at this one. 5 in the 7th. The wood whirls and twirls and says, good luck with me now.
So with that speed and with 8 pins swirling around, how is it that 2 of them go untouched when he hits right in the pocket?
8 fill, 66 through 6. Can he get it over?
Oh!
So close.
Nice try.
5 splits now in this string for Timmy.
From Archfield, Massachusetts, his whole life, 27 years young.
So he was born in 1997. He started bowling in 2000.
That's right.
At the ripe old age of 3.
9 that time. 75 through 7 the first. So he wrote down bridge serve jumping that threw me off, and I keep asking, I keep forgetting. He likes to jump off bridges and he likes to surf. So he just put it wrong in his bio.
Right, so I mean, I don't know if
I should have known that.
Can you combine those two?
You could. Jump off a bridge and go surfing. Imagine that, jump off the bridge and you land on a surfboard.
I bet he can't get
That'd be like a James Bond movie.
It does sound like it, right?
7 pin left up. Can he get this one? Nails it.
Yeah.
Boy, he was great in that first match on single pins.
And the mock applause has resumed.
85 in a ball through 8 here in Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Home of the Mixed Worlds, June 27th, 28th, and 29th. And the Ladies Internationals, Go Ladies Go, August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube has the live coverage.
And you'll be here covering it all.
Like Pacino, coverall.
Yeah. You need to get a summer home up here because you do a lot in Maine, you do a lot in New Hampshire.
I need a helicopter. You have one I can have?
No, I sold it 2 years ago.
Mike, come on, man.
To get a Yugo.
Taylor Swift's tour is over, right?
You go. You go, I go.
Yeah.
Oh, talk about a bust of a car.
Well, those things like $1,900 when they first came out, or some ridiculous amount.
That's why the lemon law came out for cars.
Well, yeah, probably the lemon drop law.
Lemon drop. Put a buck in.
Yeah, right.
You buy a Yugo, you got to put a lemon drop in. Spare 5, 90 through 898.
That was a car that was made, I think, in Yugoslavia, perhaps, thus the genesis of the name. No, Genesis, that's some other car.
I thought it was making
Never mind.
Yugoslavia.
With all the commuting Paul Grant does to gigs, the commuter rail should run
Oh my
more
God.
often.
Look at this.
He's
How
up
many
for
miles
free.
a year do you put on your...
Well, I've got about 95,000 miles in my car the last 3+ years covering
Wow.
bowling. That's all.
You must have to get an oil change twice a week.
I shampoo my hair every day. Spare!
Boom.
108 the ball in the 10th.
Back to bowling.
Oil change once a month usually, or sometimes 6 weeks, depends.
Yeah.
Especially
just-
go to Maine.
Well, just like your commentary's on again, off again, Tim Douglas has had spares and alternate frames, 107 and a ball.
Oh,
Sorry.
good pickup on that, Greg.
Sorry, I couldn't resist the jab.
Another 9 drop.
Oh,
Mr. 9 pin.
no.
Watch out for the 9 pin tournament coming up through mid-June, late May. Starts 117 first string for the Tornado, Tim Douglas.
Oh, right. That's actually below average. He's at 123.
Where did I go wrong? There was a 9 box that I marked an 8. There we go.
All right, Joey List of the freight train, 44 and a ball through 5. 5 to take the lead temporarily.
By 9 pin, we mean 9 pins awards a 10th in that special tournament, be it for a strike, spare, or 10 box.
Off to the right, 2 and the 2 pins down, the 3 and the 9. And the wood stays on. That's unusual.
That's only the first head pin he's missed all string.
46 half, down 2 fingers. Nice recovery, won't go.
It's incredible the curl he gets on that ball because he just turns it over out
Yeah,
of the hand.
it's got kind of a 10-pin right to left spin.
Takes an 8. Negating the spare 2. That's Paul Grant bowling 20 and 2 boxes with a mark. 54 through 6. He's a 118 for $25 in bonus money, or 117 to tie.
Probably one of the most 10-pin-esque deliveries I can recall is Jeff Bugia, former Channel 50 Stars and Strikes bowler, and still current Friday Night Pro League bowler as well with Team Riverwalk.
Lister, like the game of operation, goes in between without hitting the buzzer. The red nose didn't go off. 2 left, 5 right. For a spare. Missed it.
Maybe got too many butterflies on the stomach.
Kind of skip lobbed that shot. I think the ball never really started rolling until about halfway down. Didn't come back.
Caterpillar's the 2 for a 10. 64 through 7 on Candlepin Bowling Network. Greg, how can they get CBN?
Candlepin Bowling Network, we call CBN, don't get it twisted, is available on Facebook and YouTube. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube and hit that bell if you don't mind so that you're always in the know about our latest broadcasts.
Chopping wood here in the spring. Brutal. Now, a fun tournament at Lakeside Lanes, Manchester, New Hampshire. 4 times he's won the Lakeside Lanes. Dave Dunn Memorial Wacky Tournament.
And what is the wacky tournament all about? Any idea?
It's a variety of things they do, I think. I haven't been to one yet. Been too busy. Get to one eventually. But trying to work it out here. Does, in a sense. Nice 8.
Yes, important one.
72 through 8. Needs 2 marks to win the string. Need a double strike to win the string.
Like any good bowling educator, Dan Murphy would stress the importance of that third ball and how important it is to grab every last stick right down to the end.
The runner for this match gets $600 plus bonus money.
I mean, there was a time that Dan Murphy was running the bowling school, and there were so many people taking lessons to be certified instructors. I mean, you could never do that. Now there aren't enough bowling centers to accommodate that, sadly. But he was the guy.
Look at this double wood here. Now one rolls away slightly, but boy, this is a tough one.
So what do? You want to cap it and take it off the wall?
Cap it. I go top of that wood. No guarantee.
Yeah. Let's see if we're both going to be wrong. I hope not.
Missed
Well,
left.
he didn't hit it.
2 for 1 special, Mike. Another chance.
Breeze the top would only just. In terms of teaching and bowling, I know like ice skating rinks still like advertise their teaching services every time they have to bring the Zamboni out. While you're waiting, why not sign up for a course? Maybe bowling centers could do something
I
similar.
haven't seen that.
Well, I've only gone ice skating a handful of times, and very badly. I'm clinging to the boards, but you know.
Top break of 10, 82 through 9.
But just an applicable lesson, maybe.
Nice ball, 9.
Must have been a date because you wouldn't have just done that on your own, would you?
I was with my wife. With the in-laws, no less.
4-pin for a spin to get the total closer. Heading to the second string. He missed again.
Oh.
So what a call, Mike.
So
Sorry.
the Jets were supposedly juiced up for today, but nothing really exciting so much today. We had a 134 earlier, but that's about it.
Yeah, they got to juice the curtain on that one, I'm afraid.
Maybe the WN Sports banner sign.
Yeah. Good head pin accuracy by both. Lister 8 for 10 and Douglas 7 of 10.
And back-to-back 10s. Nepal Grand Special missed the second, make the third. Never a good time for that. 10, disappointing. 92, and Tornado Douglas, Tim Douglas, has a 25-pin lead, heading to the middle string next.
I think we have a lot more in the tank to come, and we'll be back with that middle string on Candlepin Bowling Network and WON Sports in just a moment. Which might be very soon for you live folks out there. We'll check in on that. Timmy, you happy to start up?
All right, ready to go.
And welcome back. Second string of 3 live from Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire. Alongside Paul Grant and Mike Morin, my name is Greg Guyar, here on Candlepin Bowling Network and WON Sports. Candlepins for Cancer, a 501c3 charity providing money for bowlers and their families against the costs of the disease. Even just those little things can just add to the, the misery. Let's say what it is. And just that financial support when it's needed most makes a big difference, and it's thanks to your support. So please go to candlepins4cancer.com, that's the number 4, and hit donate today.
Spare.
And you do hear from some families, right, from time to
Absolutely.
time that have been recipient and very grateful
Yes.
for being thought about and
Yes.
helping with some of the incidentals.
And Al Johnson talks about it all the time. It's more about the thought than the money.
Yeah,
Money helps.
I
It's
would
not going
agree.
to solve the problem, but
Right.
it's a good feeling they're being thought of.
Yes.
It's a sign of community, and that's what it's all about.
And Candlepin has always been a big part of the community. Maybe a little less so now than it once was. But, I mean, at one time there were, close to 30 bowling centers in Worcester alone. Now, well, there's one that's coming back now, apparently.
1479, 16 through 1. No.
But just being in that any bowling community, that feeling is still evident, even if that's not as much a part of our culture as it used to be. And yes, American Flatbread Company is bringing back a location to Worcester, Massachusetts, the birthplace of Candlepin.
So would you say 10 lanes?
10 lanes, yep.
All Candlepin, or is it
All
a split
Candlepin.
house?
I believe.
Yes,
so it'll
all
be
Candlepin.
obviously a restaurant and an event kind of place.
Yeah. Douglas Odgepin for 9, 25 through 2 in the second of 3. He's up 25 coming in as the
American Flatbread is a location in Brighton, Massachusetts
Yes.
as well, near the Bruins practice rink. And one of my favorite parts is their bar has a tasting flight that comes in a flattened candle pin, so it doesn't blow
No
away,
kidding.
of course. But 4 holes are hollowed out, like that
I
half
love
Worcester
that.
gets hollowed out.
No kidding.
And it's a
Wow.
pretty thematic way. My other favorite part is you can watch the pin setter assembly while you wait for the restroom. It's got a glass window.
Does
you
that
can
make
peek
you?
into.
Never mind.
What a bid that was.
he won the first 117.92. He's won all 4 of his strings so far today.
No, it doesn't make me feel any particular way other than in awe of the amazing machinery that still propels many bowling centers to this day.
10 to Tim, 35 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network and the WON Sports Television Network.
So did you say earlier where those pin setters came from?
So the Bowmore Company, now bankrupt or defunct, call it what you want, makes those used to make those pin setters. Now none do.
But it must have come from some, hollowed out of some place that went out of business.
When the Brighton location. I'm
Yes.
not sure where it was
Or in
ported
Worcester.
from. Yeah. Oh, the Worcester location at Alita's Lighthouse.
Oh, is that right? Okay, you did mention that.
Fourth block, second string.
I'm not sure about the lane beds themselves, but I know a lot of other parts of Alita's Lighthouse were taken.
The 3 seed back-to-back 10s, 45 through 4, approaching his halfway point of the match.
It's a quality 10 by Tim Douglas, 3 object pin hits, but it gives Joey Lister an opening.
The 2 seed Joey Lister trying to bounce back here in the second.
Yeah, 25 pins down after completed strings.
Douglas crossover, another 9 drop. He's made a bunch of 9 drops today.
Crossovers leave only the king.
Greg feels better now. He's got his trick on the instant replay key all day. Itching to go. Loves the instant replay.
It's great.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Douglas spare. 55 at the half, +1. I want instant replay. Mike opens the Oreo Cakester thing.
All right, you've said replay about 3 times, so now you've summoned it. Here we go. That's Tim
Subliminal.
Here's Tim Douglas making a single. Again, you're welcome.
Instant replay, instant replay.
I was thinking he
instant
may
replay.
not have made that without the wood because he was going to the left.
All right, here comes the freight train. Trying to get back in the station.
I don't think it's a direct hit, Mike, no.
Out of commission at first. Hooks it left, and he gets 5. Faso keep an official score all day.
Massachusetts bowlers in particular, with some further north call it the Bob Caleri leave.
Oh, yeah.
Nice effort. Falls short, 8 and 10.
Another Stars and Strikes bowler.
I bowled with Bob Cleary in the amateur Candlepin tour before he, went pro or turned to the Pro Bowlers Tour.
Interesting personality, I'm told.
Lister.
Oh,
nice
there it
sweeping
is.
10. Down 6 in the string. He's down 31 in the match. Jonathan Rios with WON Sports putting us on across 37 television markets across the country. Check out their program online at WWON, Channel 48, New York.
Has he ever come up to see one of these?
He wants to one of these days, he said, but not yet.
Let's get him a plane ticket or a train ticket or
You
something.
paying?
Well, like I said, let's maybe he can hitchhike. Oh.
There was a song in the 60s or 70s called Hitching a Ride.
Yeah, Vanity Fair.
What?
1970.
When Candlepin Bowling Network makes it big, we'll just charter a plane and pick up all our biggest fans and fly them out to one of these events one day.
Lister takes a 9, 19 through 2, down 6 in the string, still down 31 in the match. Mike, you're a DJ for a long time.
I was.
You worked the old Rock Garden, 93.7
I did.
WCGUI.
I did before it changed to
automation.
Well, no, I came after the automation.
Oh, you were the automation.
I was the automation. That's right. They just plugged a battery in my face, and
You were
just,
AI.
yeah, before AI was cool. It was owned by the Kirkgowdy family, and that was interesting. Meeting him, and the day that my partner and I got hired at WCGY, Kurt Gotti, of course, the great NBC sportscaster. And so we meet in his office, and he says, because we were kind of known as bad boys on the radio. That's why we were brought to Boston in the first place. So he says, all right, boys, you can do what you want. Just don't get me in trouble with the churches.
Enjoy your 10, 29 through 3.
Okay, Mr. Gotti, I think we can not make fun of God, and everybody will be happy.
Well, I was at a funeral the other day, and the lady, it's like 94, so fell down in the chair on the cemetery lawn. It was a little inclined.
What?
And she fell out of a chair.
Okay.
And when she got up, I said, you're supposed to spring forward and fall back.
Oh. I just love gallows humor.
It's a true story.
You didn't see that coming, Greg?
Well, it didn't piss off God, did it?
No.
Good thing the headstone was behind it. It could have been 2 funerals in one day, you know.
Yeah.
Joey may have forgotten to make a burnt offering, though. He's getting a tough split here on the second ball.
By the way, if you ever get to Martha's Vineyard, look for the John Belushi headstone in the cemetery there. There's always like smashed cans and bottles of beer and stuff like that, because that was kind of, I think, one of his shticks. Yeah, that's, people go there and they just smash beer bottles and cans. Right
Respectfully, of course.
Respectfully, absolutely.
Oh, it's launching a new ship. Bombs away, baby! Strike!
Well, there we go.
And that's more like the freight train, Joey Lister. They might get him going. Halfway through the match, 47 of the ball through 5. Update from the soothing sounds of Greg Gouillard.
Well, first of all, a look at this one, because this is just walloped. That's almost full on the head pin, actually, but it
Can you slow it down even
perfectly
more?
on the head pins. Just give me like an hour to get the settings right.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Tim Douglas basically had 33 pins to this point. Unless Joey Lister doubles, and unless he triples, that would cost Al Johnson a bit of money.
On the crossover. Does not lead to a king, Greg. You may call your next witness.
It was there. No fair.
3, 6, 10, the 9 hiding behind the 3. Double wood to the left. 61.5 on the spare 6.
Grievance, my colleague is being unfair.
Second half of the match underway. Spare! 71 on the ball through 6 for the tornado. Tim Douglas. Wonder where he got that nickname from. And the freight train. Just wondering.
Just some guy. He's just some guy.
Do you get paid residuals every time you say one of those?
I should.
Yeah.
Be rich. I'd be rich. Richly poor.
All right.
2 wobbling 4-7. Spare 6, spare 7. 78 through 6 on Candlepin Bowling Network and WON Sports Television Network. This is for 3 in a row and $50 in bonus money. Had one last match. For a spare. Yes!
Beautiful.
Cha-ching!
Very
$50
nice.
in bonus money. 3 spares in a row. 88 in the ball through 7. Any consecutive mark in the same string, an additional $50.
Well, he had a 25-pin lead going into this game, and now with 3 marks in a row, just when Joy was starting to get it together, he's going to pull away again.
$200 in bonus money on the bonus. 8.5.
That 5-pin almost fell, almost pushed in the direction of the 8-pin. Didn't happen.
96 through 7, the second of 3.
Makeable.
Yeah, clean shot at it. No wood to deflect the ball.
He hit the object pin, won't go. Didn't want the bonus money, got 50 already.
So tough when the pins are angled away from his pocket. Douglas would rather be aiming at the 1-3 or pins angled that way.
The streak stops at 3. And
There
takes it
you
out of its
go.
misery for a 10. 106 through 8.
Only 1 pin left standing in this string.
Perfect string is 10, 9s, rather 9 pin, it's 9s. 10 spares and strikes. In this match, 10 spares and strikes, a perfect game.
Now, I've not met Shaun Shattuck, who is the top seed to
Oh,
go
he's a
into the
class-
finals
nice
match.
guy. He's here in the house all day.
I was going to say, I wouldn't know him if I saw him.
You would know him from Adam, right?
No, I would not.
Look at this,
That's
5
his
and the
brother,
7.
isn't it?
No wood, no luck.
It'll be Shaun Shattuck's first major debut on Candlepin Bowling Network. Of course, he featured on the roll-off coverage.
And that was his new high 5 also. Oh, look at this! Oh, wow! What a shot for a spin! Look at the look at his face, priceless!
We need a replay of that face.
Wow!
We're going to get it all.
Shock and
Yeah.
awe. 116 of the ball in the
Can,
ninth.
can you freeze it when he turns around and just makes that funny? Look?
Take a video of that
we
one,
go.
Nico.
Yeah.
I want to see it again.
Someone will get that freeze frame.
Freeze frame, and I freeze.
Dun, dun,
Jay
dun,
Giles.
dun, 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 dun.
Freeze frame, freeze frame.
So the ball took the 7, glanced it, and then the 7 pin was like, oh, all right.
I'm Casey Kasem. This is American Top 40. On the bonus, look at this. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
The cruel cat.
That's what you get. That's your reward.
The 1 and the 9, it's a ridiculous spare, a ridiculous
All right.
fill. That's a youch.
You want to predict he's going to make this?
It's not a split.
No.
118 through 9.
All right, good try. Good fill. Not a
Made
good
it. Mike's
fill.
like, I still want the bet.
Yeah.
Can I still participate in the bet? A 9.
Yeah, 9's fine out of that.
127, second string for the Tornado, Tim Douglas. 117 the first, 244 the first 2. Now, I like when you watch like ESPN, the app, you look at the sports scores and you see like Denver Nuggets beat the Clippers. And winning percentage, Denver, 100% chance of winning.
Yeah.
The match is over, you know?
Right.
The game's over, duh.
Uh-huh.
Who
Can I
wrote
place
that?
a bet?
Who wrote that software?
What was the graph on last night's Friday Night Pro League match? That was a good match. The Pattons and Paul Grant at the call of that out of Metro Bowl. Take a look.
Lister on a strike, 1-2-7.
I used to clarify for some of our other viewers, that was the Week 34 match that aired on May 2nd, 2025.
You know, it's one of the best comebacks you ever see. Best I've ever seen in one string. Triple digits down to win. For 2 in a row. Yes! He's going for bonus money in the big 20. Spare on strike, 57 at the half, 67 the ball through 6. His second half underway.
And way to make up some ground with the 25-pin deficit he opened this game with back-to-back marks.
Tim has $200 in bonus money so far. Lister, beautiful ball, 8, 5 middle, 8 to the left.
Hoping the piece of wood stays there.
75 through 6 in the second of 3. For bonus money. Yes! $50 in bonus money for the freight train.
Oh, he needs a 152 to tie up this match. Let's see if he can do that.
Douglas did not make his 5-8. Lister did.
85 in the ball through 7. Final string after this. Feeling it now, but goes right for 4. 89 through 7. Tim at a 127. This is for 4 in a row somehow.
Oh, I know what he was trying to do, and it looked pretty good.
Tickled it.
Yep.
No laughing matter.
Not for him, it wasn't.
No more funny bone jokes. We already referenced Operation.
I never liked those funny bones pastries, funny bones.
You don't like that? Peanut butter and chocolate?
See, I'm not a big peanut butter fan. That's why. What you're saying? I never like peanut butter.
What
much.
is wrong? I don't even know you.
I like almond butter better now. I like it a little bit better. It's just too sweet. I don't know. I'll take a Sky Bar over that. 897 through 8. Needs 2 marks to win the string now. That won't help. Spread eagle. Pins in the right, 3, 6, 10. Pins in the left, Mike. 2, 4, 7.
Stuck in the middle with you.
Steelers wheel.
That's right.
Jerry Rafferty.
73.
A Baker Street. Oh,
That's
just
true.
missed.
Yeah. For people that don't know.
I have about 1,000 or more 45 records. Used to DJ back in the 80s.
You did?
Yeah. Not on the radio.
Right. Weddings and things?
Yeah. Oh,
Look
yeah.
at this. He made both front pins.
What's your favorite function hall to work?
I didn't function.
Well, you said you did weddings.
I did mostly in Salem, Mass, going to that area.
Oh, okay.
North Shore. I did Sauk.
Yeah.
I did.
Come on, Joey. You got
I
this.
did one in Western Mass one time, actually.
Do we have a replay on that?
Yes. Yes, we do.
You got it.
And he gives us a plie. I thought that was lovely.
That was fantastic. But yes, he misses the spinning.
169. He's a character.
Please note that if you are open bowling, ask a bowling center proprietor. They'll be very happy to help.
Neville's double strike to win the string. Won't get it. And Tim Douglas wins 25 more in bonus money. He's up to 225.
Which is why he did the ball so gently as to avoid the pin careening into something like the masking unit light.
Without tape.
Well, there's plenty of videos on YouTube
Tough
with
break,
balls
pin.
going through masking units of 10 pins, which is a lot more devastating, and going through ceilings and everything else. Somebody put a string of about 30 together. Bowling center disasters.
Just a 9, 115 second string. He loses by 12. He's down 37, heading to the final string. Greg.
Saved Mark Weber from a reference in that last conversation. 244 to 207 for Tim Douglas. A big 37-pin lead, but that's not insurmountable for Joey Lister. The number 2 seed will try to come back after this on Candlepin Bowling Network and WON Sports. Pretty good headpin accuracy from both as well. It's 9 marks to 4, by the way, for Douglas. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, pinnings even as well. 3 pins left standing. We're on the air right now, but I wanted to tell our folks watching live as well. I don't mind doing that, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to pull the curtain back so people can see what happens during the breaks.
We're chill. We're chill. It's good to see you folks. We don't always indulge the chat room much. Let's see. Tim would like to start. Is that all right? We'll bring it back then.
Our floor director, Faye Sawyer.
No rest for the weary.
No.
Welcome back. String number 3 of 3 live from Boutwell's Bowling Center in Concord, New Hampshire, here on Candlepin Bowling Network at WON Sports. I'm Greg Gouillard, that's Paul Grant, and Mike Morin over yonder. And a third string to see if Joey Lister can come back from 37 down. First, Tim Douglas. His shot on the way, a half Worcester left.
Check out WWON TV and the WON Television Network online. Sponsoring Candlepins for Cancer and Candlepin Skins with Jordan Britton, Corey Lisi on Candlepin Corner. Free to subscribe on the YouTube channel, Candlepin Corner, as well as Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube as well. TV 48 New York, WWON.
Skins was aired out of Leda Lanes in Nashua, New Hampshire, but it's such a great format, the cash per frame format of the show, which of course was also a Channel 50 staple, so I call it the all-new Skins to distinguish from that. And I'm sure that format, which is still loved by bowlers, will continue no matter where it ends up. Just like I'm sure people will want to bowl 20 strings for a major tournament, even if we can't do it exactly at that plot of land at Nashua.
Bounces back with 8-3 in the 6. He won the Pro Series playoffs at Webster Timber Lanes in Abington, Mass. Home of the delicious must-have chocolate chip cookie pizza. Home of a 9-pin
Oh,
boss.
yes.
Spare. He started the match out with a 4 box. It's worked out pretty good since then. 19 the ball through 2.
Bonus money on the line as well, no matter how out of hand the match gets, which it has not yet anyway, but $300 available for a triple strike as well, so bowl to the last frame, you never know.
Augusta Maine at Sanford, I mean, we were at last year, 2024, Tim. Won it with Brittany Underwood, her first pro title. They won the 10-string doubles.
Well, that's an interesting
Greek Church.
leave.
Brittany also a Webster Timberlanes bowler.
Yes, 5 in the field, 24 through 2. Nice lady, too. Douglas trying to send it over. What a try. Almost.
Wow.
Holy smokes, we're going to look at that in a second. That was wild, the sidewall action he gets.
Speaking of holy smokes, you ever watch F Troop?
The
The smoke signals? And they had Vanderbilt, the guy in the tower he couldn't see. You watched the tower?
Didn't watch, no.
It's a comedy. You thought you'd like it. It's a kind of comedic farce. 10, 34 through 3.
So off the right cap, and that explains the wild deflection. And then the dejection.
Douglas back in the pocket, 5, 8, 9 to 10.
Hit that off the foul line, which may have taken something out of it.
Yeah, bit of a skip lob.
So rack up the bonus money, $225 so far. He's won all 5 of his strings.
I'd hasten to add a skip lob is legal, but it's been legal for decades.
Oh, it has been, yep.
His second match today, 3-string format, no.
He is fun to watch, though, because you don't know what the pin reaction's going to be.
Al Johnson will be happy I made this reference. Charlie Jutras getting robbed by skip lobs is a time of the past.
Takes a 9, 43 through 4 in the final string of the match. 2 years in a row, he won the ICBA Youth Scholarship, winning a $1,000 scholarship. Wow. A 10-pin bowler also.
ICYBA.
So speaking of lobs, and I know bowlers are required to, call attention if they do throw a lob. Has anybody ever called a lob on themselves on this show?
On this show, no. I don't believe it's ever been an issue.
Here's a strike for the Tornado.
It's too bad he lobbed the ball. Did you know? No, just
53
kidding.
plus 2 through 5.
That's a hammer there. No, Mark Ritchie was a good lob line judge referee. And maybe one ball gets out of there every now and again, of course. And you know this one.
I mean, you don't turn out to be a really good bowler if you're lobbing. It's just not a good thing to do, even if it is legal.
Unless that happens to be your consistent.
My fear, too, is I know that people don't want to do the lob line anymore, but my fear is really just going to throw the ball in the air and hit the sign like WN Banner and this cancer sign and put holes in the wall. I'm just afraid of that. Well, there's no lob line. Why not? Airmail. This needs a big finish. Nice shot there. 8, 4. It's the 6-10 mirror side. 6-10 left off, 2 pieces.
The political reality of the rule is tough. On one hand, you want to protect these lovely wooden lanes, like here at Boutwell's, and on the other hand, does it really confer an advantage? It's most say no.
Much use spare to start.
Any pro I've ever talked to, Greg, said no. It's not advantageous to do that. A penalty aside.
And it's difficult because you have to be watching the line or have someone dedicated or.
Which they did on Channel 5. We did not on our
crossing over 9 and a wiggle. Weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. 19 through 1, 10 off the deficit. He's down 27 in the match.
He's looking to see if the back pin is frozen to the 6-pin.
I love duck pin bowling, but they can get the ball halfway down the lane. They have a rule against lofting, which I think don't make an obvious curve in the air with your ball or something.
For a spare. He got it.
Ooh.
2 in a row. He got it barely. He'll take it.
Off
29 the ball through 2.
Here comes the momentum, maybe.
A 5 in the string, now down 32 in the match, up against a 10-9 strike from Tornado, Douglas.
Now, those two only match Douglas's marks, but now he's got 3 boxes with which to start chipping away.
Lister blisters the pocket, 2-2 split, 2-4, 6-10 right. 35 through 2 in the final string of regulation. 1 string roll-off if they tie. If double overtime, be a 2-box roll-off in the second overtime if need be. Haven't had one yet. Lister, good try, won't go.
Interesting.
Because the ball, hit it, didn't fall. That would have been a Nico highlight reel for sure. Wow, how close did he get?
I think he wanted a piece of both the wood and the object pin. I'm not sure if they were close enough together to accomplish that. Holy smokes, what a development that was, though.
9, 44 through 3 on Candlepin Bowling Network and the WON Sports Television Network.
All right, he's got 10 pins back so far, frame to frame, this game.
Those plus numbers you see, so Joey Lister, if he just gets 10 boxes all the way, that plus 21 would turn into a 321.
2 marks would help. He's a strike on the 5th. He spins 8. 78. Wood rolls away.
Yeah.
No wood, no
Yeah.
luck. Give him a break.
Wish that one pin would have stayed up.
It was interesting. The 1 and 3 spilled funny as well.
Yeah.
This will take the house down. Give it a try. Good effort. That was good.
It was legal. Yep.
Now must match Tim's strike or at least get a spare.
By that, they mean not hitting the wood in the gutter first.
Correct.
Lister always in the running at 10. 54 through 4. He's up 11 in the string right now. He's down 26 in the match.
Needs a mark to keep from falling behind or at least staying even.
Number 1 seed, Shaun Shattuck bowls the winner of this match for the finals. Nice ball. 8, 9, 10 strikes. Look at a 2-1 split. I'll take it. Matching strikes. Match game PM.
Feel the replay coming on.
Why, yes.
There it is. Look at that. The 6 and the 10. The 10 last to go. Beautifully done.
Douglas up 26 in the match. 5 boxes to go in the 3rd and final string.
That 10 pin's been reluctant all day. Get over.
The 3 seed leads the 2 seed. He won it last time in Abington. Pounds the pocket. 8.
Wow.
6 right, 9 left. Thunderous ball. Tonight a double.
Pin's still moving.
Must stop by rule before you throw
Yep.
the ball. At least you're supposed to, unless you're Mike Moran. Mike has privileges.
Well, I know people.
Spare on strike. 63 half, 73 in a ball through 6.
Yeah, I know people, but all their bowling centers went out of business, so I don't get the advantage.
Mike, you're a funny guy. You're a class act, a true gentleman. It's thrilled to be with you again.
Well,
And
thank you.
always a pleasure with Greg also. Always have a good time.
Figure you're the minority here with birthdays. We have the same one.
February 27th.
Well, me and Nick Susi share the same birthday.
Is he
The
here?
Lanes, no.
All right, then it's
I'm
we're
trying
still
to.
ahead.
I'm still negotiating changing the year with him, but he won't. Lawyers have no luck so far. Trying to settle out of court.
Act of God.
1, 8, and the 10. Seriously.
Oh, sorry, we weren't making those jokes. My bad.
7 Phil, 80 through 6. They would take an act of God. Missed the head pin. No bonus money.
Act of either of these bowlers would be sufficient. High caliber.
Douglas slides down the 1 for a 9. 89 through 7. 3 boxes to go. Joey Lister wraps it up. Trying to get somehow to the finals. The run-up gets $600 plus bonus money. After the string, stay tuned for the $100 strike challenge. 1 ball, knock them all down for $100 in bonus money. Douglas on the nose. Look at this one. 5-2 split.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Just pick this apart one side at a time, right side then left.
Apparently.
You're going to like Shaun Shattuck. Really nice guy, Shaun Shattuck.
Can't wait to meet him.
House ball, a very humble guy. At least in front of me. 6 down, 4 to go. Trying to get 2 here at least.
Shaded that to the right to try and get a cut.
I've covered Joey many times. He threw 310 in 2 strings against Bruno DeFeo last year in the ACST week 1. Threw a 698 career high 5. He won the first string 138 to 134 for Bruno. Took all 14 points. A 166 fourth, a 144 fifth. It's on Candlepin Bowling Network on YouTube in high definition. Free to subscribe. Douglas 9, 98. 98 through 8. Lucky 7, 136. Go get the update after these next 2 boxes.
Lister needs a lot here. At least he's on a strike and has a lottery ticket chance of doubling it up.
I like that. A lottery ticket chance, huh?
Douglas connects, spare. 108 in the ball in the 9th. Trying his 6th consecutive string in 2 matches.
Come on, if New Hampshire Lottery sponsored your show, Mike, why not ours?
What's up with the Mega Millions? Goes from $2 to $5. What's up with that?
Oh, jeez.
It's ridiculous. Talk about a money grab.
Tri-State Megabucks.
Really?
I don't know who did the voice of that voiceover, but it was compelling. WNDS Stars and Strikes.
That was, I can tell you, J.J. Walker.
Bombs away, baby! Strike! 118 through 9, 128 in the ball in the 10th. Tornado touches down.
5-pin gets spilled from behind on this missile.
And a spare strike combo
So
can get him bonus money
What
again.
took it, the 8 or the 9, I wonder?
Either 8 or 9 into the 5 from behind.
Instant replay will show you.
I could slow that instant replay down even more.
Douglas off to the left. Thin hit, gets 6 out of it.
If they have those strike tracks like they do on the PBA, but for the speed of the Candlepin game.
Let's try and get to 138. Will not get 400 for $100 in bonus money. 1-3-7-9 behind the 3. He will not get it.
Oh.
That would have been 3 in a row. Second time he's fallen short. 9 filled. Nothing wrong with the 137, third and final string for the Tornado. Tim Douglas, how about 381?
A 127 average. And how many 9 fills is that in box 10?
And Joey needs a miracle finish here, Greg.
It's either 3 or 4. And yes, Lister needs a lot. I think doubling the strike represents his best path forward.
64 plus 2. Nice balls. 8, 9, 10, maybe. It circles the boat, but it won't go. That close. Could have used that one.
Oh, well, yeah, he needs just a massive score, 160-something, I think.
Spare and strike. Still alive, barely. 74 half, 84 in a ball through 6. Needs a 174 for overtime, 175 to win. Low odds, for sure. Another good ball. 8, 9, 10, maybe. 2 wiggling keyboards.
You were both hit.
Oh, look at this.
9.
Look at oh.
Come on down. 2 9 drops from boy. That could have been a triple strike. That could have been a game changer,
Wow.
maybe.
Well held, Faye Sawyer. Didn't hit the score button too soon on that.
93 through 6 for bonus money. Bang!
Man, he had confidence on that shot.
$50 in bonus money.
Rifled it down the
That
lane.
gives you $100 overall.
Hey, Mark Otten without a double would possibly win this.
Crossing over, 9 again.
Wow.
He could have had 4 strikes in a row, folks.
Where has he been the first 2.5 games?
Spare. Another $50 in bonus money.
And it's just becoming automatic at this point. It reminds me of Mike Celona going hot down the stretch and almost overtaking
Yeah.
Dean Sullivan. It just was too little too late.
150 in bonus money.
So he does need a double strike, I think.
Yes.
3-1 split. That should do it. I think.
Tips another.
Let's see.
Oh, and
Make it an 8,
I
Phil.
think a double strike would still do it if he
Maybe.
makes this. If
Let's
he
see.
makes this.
130 through 8.
Yes, a spare and then striking out works.
Barely.
Can he get this one? He does! Another 50!
All right.
Make one last withdrawal before you leave the bank.
$200 in bonus money in one match. Pretty good.
And 25 for winning the third string, so 225.
Right, even better. And $600 if he does not get a double strike.
Tim's reminding him of the math. The strikeout path is there.
Nice ball, 9 again. That close. Wow, 4 9 drops.
Oh, man.
It is
149 through 9.
how brutal that shot is the loser.
Right.
Another one. 5 in a row.
6.
6 in a row, make it 6.
He's saying 2
5
more
and a
games,
half,
right?
6 overall.
Or 2 more
I
frames.
lost count of the bonus money, Greg. Help me out here.
He is up to $275 now. 200 for 6 marks in a row. That's not going to do it.
7 Phil. What a finish. How about this? How about a 166? Is that right?
Yes.
And he loses the total.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. 381 to 373. Tough luck loser. 166, not enough.
But what a show they put on as well. Let's just make darn sure. 6 marks in a row, 50 for the previous chain, 25 for winning the third string. Joey Lister will win $275 in bonus money, and Tim Douglas with a 381 climbs again and will try and take down a third straight match against house special bowler Shaun Shattuck.
Back with this $100 strike challenge next on Candlepin Bowling Network of the WON Sports Network.
$275 for Joey Lister. And by the way, Tim Douglas is now up. Yeah, $275 for Lister, and then Tim Douglas will be carrying over $225 of bonus money. That's $125 from previous, $30 for $50 for 3 marks in a row, and then a $50 for winning each of the 2 strings 25 apiece, which brings him up to $225. Stay tuned, folks. Strike challenge and post-game interviews in just a moment. $100 more could be tacked on. We'll find out in just a moment.
What do you have through 4 before this? Thank you very much.
No, I'm not sure, Paul. I'm sorry.
What did Joey have through 4 boxes before the streak of 6 marks?
54 through 4. He went from 54 through 4 to 166.
In the second half, he had, what do you have at the half? 71?
74.
74 at the half?
Yeah.
So he had 92 second half, right?
He had a 92 second half. What a mutant score that is. All right. Which microphone are you going to be on? Welcome back. Strike challenger coming on up. Welcome back, the $100 strike challenge here at Boutwell's Bowling Center. Tim Douglas surviving an onslaught from Joey Lister in that back half. It was a 92-pin back half, as we'll show you in a moment. 1 ball for $100, Hammer's only way to get paid. Got his head pin, but only 5. Joey Lister racked up $275 bonus money, including a 6-mark chain, which was $200 in and of itself. His try here on lane 6. Gets his head pin, but leaves the kingpin. That's a Tim Douglas special, leaving 9 on the end. Goodness gracious.
Boy, of course a 9 drop. Joey, you got to bowl the 9-pin tournament in Abington, West Timberlanes, late May, mid-June. He'll own it. Wow, what a finish. Hey, before Mike talks to Joe, I'm really proud of you. You didn't give up. You're down big, and you didn't give up. 166.
Yeah.
Talk to the microphone.
Yeah, you know, you can't throw a 92 game. And I did. But, yeah, no, I got to dig deep sometimes, and you don't come out on top, but keep fighting.
But were you feeling that you really had a chance when you were down like 50 or 60 pins and were coming up the 8th and the 9th frames, and still mathematically you're in it?
Absolutely. So I didn't look at the score. I don't look at the score. I knew I was down a bunch. I knew I had to beat him by a bunch. And I was like, okay, last blocks, what do I need? Oh, I need a triple to tie. All right, let's throw a 9 drop.
Well, you threw one of the best balls of the match, and you left, I think it was a 4-pin, or maybe it was a 5, toward the end.
5-pin, yeah, 5-pin. Yeah, no, after that first game of 92, felt really good. But that's why you got every pin counts, every ball counts.
Well, I would not want to be in his spot because he's watching you almost beat him, and he can't do anything about it.
No, that's why I like going last. You know, give me the pressure. I'm fine with it.
Probably bowled against him a lot of times, right?
Yeah, never 1-on-1. I don't think so. You're 1-0, but I'll get you. Your brother's 2-0, wherever he is.
You want a rematch before the final string with Shaun Shattuck?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go.
What was his bonus money again?
Oh,
yeah, we got.
You got Joe. You got $600 for coming in 3rd place, and how about in one string, $275 in bonus money? Give him a hand.
I'll take it. I need that haircut, little beard trim.
That makes that 92 go down a little easier, right?
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
Okay.
yeah. First time broadcasting?
Where's me? You know, 54 years. I'm still learning, and it took you to teach me.
Yeah, 32 years of bowling. I'm still learning.
It was great to meet you today. Good bowling, man.
Thank you very much.
Great effort, Joey Lister. Congratulations. A good run. Tim Douglas, you're lucky to survive again. Boy, he bowled like Tim Douglas down the stretch.
Yeah, I was getting worried, but actually was kind of happy that he was coming back because it was kind of cool to see. So, but Joey, you don't let him. He will come back. So
Now you got a bowl lesser known Shaun Shattuck, the #1 seed with a 647 qualifying score. What are your thoughts going to the final string?
every pin counts. Keep working on my single pins, and I should come up top hopefully.
Trying to win your second ladder.
Yeah, I can. Hopefully, I can. I'm gonna hope.
All right, 3-letter word for winning.
Wow.
All right, back to Greg to wrap it up.
Thanks so much, Paul, and thank you, Mike. 381 to 373, an 8-mark string by Joey Lister, not enough. And Tim Douglas will advance to take on Shaun Shattuck in our final stepladder match. That's coming up next on Candlepin Bowling Network. And next time, check your WON station affiliate schedule for information on how to watch that match. On behalf of Paul and Mike, my name is Greg Guyar. Thank you very much for watching. And until next time, so long.